For their Week 4 matchup with the Arizona Cardinals, the Jets got back to their AFL roots with both their uniform and their play on the field. So much so that Brett Favre evoked memories of Broadway Joe, throwing for 6 touchdowns. Kurt Warner decided he wanted in on the act as well, and when it was over, 91 points were on the board. So sit back and enjoy an old-school shootout next on NFL Replay.
Not in green, perhaps for the first time in his career. Brett Favre making his 257th consecutive start. And Coach, you knew he wasn't going to have that streak broken.
No, he's what, 260-plus games. He wasn't going to let a little ankle get in the way of starting here.
Now the Jets wearing blue and gold. They were the Titans in 1960 for 3 years before they were known as the Jets. Thus the different colors. Leon Washington is in the backfield now, and 3 wide receivers to the left on first down. And Washington with the carry looking for running room, and he gets a couple out to the 33. G.K. O'Keefe making the tackle. So a look at the Brett Favre run New York Jet offense.
Well, in the middle, they got Nick Mangold, who they drafted a few years back, but they brought in Alan Faneca to shore up that front line. They got a good 1-2 combination with Thomas Jones and Leon Washington behind them. 2 great receivers in Lavernius Coles and Jericho Cotchery to go to on the outside.
And Damian Woody, also a new face on the offensive line. 2nd down and 6. And Lavernius Coles in motion to the right. Again, the pitch goes to Washington off the left side, and the Cardinals are there. And Gerald Hayes making a superb tackle for the Cardinals, limiting to Washington for 1. And Baldy, let's take a look at the Cardinals' improved defense.
Well, they're fast, and they've got a lot of interchangeable parts. They'll play a lot of guys on defense, but one guy not playing today, Adrian Wilson, was their designated blitzer. He was their playmaker, not on the field today, so they've got to overcome a really good player, Pro Bowl player.
And Aaron Francisco, number 47, playing in his place. Bertrand Berry, their top pass rusher, also out. 3rd down and 5 for Favre on the 34. As time to throw, goes up on top, and the pass is knocked away. It was intended for Dustin Keller, the rookie tight end, and good coverage downfield by Antrell Roll and Francisco, the strong safety. So Kurt Warner, who leads the NFC with 6 touchdown passes, feeling his oats, really having a great time, isn't he, with Arizona so far this year? Paul?
Well, he is. I mean, he won a quarterback competition that wasn't supposed to be a competition. But he finished the season so strong last year, taking over in week 6, that he was in the mix throughout, and they made the right decision, I think, Coach. He's thrown 6 touchdowns, the 1 interception, costly last week, but he's been excellent taking care of the ball.
He has not fumbled yet this year. First down at the 21. Leonard Polk has been shaken up, is active, but Ben Patrick, number 89, starts at tight end on the delay. Edgerrin James, who's been their leading rusher, picks up 2 yards, and that's all for Arizona. And the starting lineup for this high-powered offense.
Well, it's high-powered because I think the offensive line has been very good so far this season. They've protected Kurt Warner, and they've opened up a lot of lanes for Edgerrin James. They've got good balance on offense, but if they open this up, it'll put more pressure on that offensive line.
And they do have those big and swift wide receivers. 2nd down and 8 from the 23. Warner getting hit as he unleashes it, and he completes the pass to Larry Fitzgerald. It'll be a first down just shy of the 40-yard line. That's one of those big weapons out there, and a gain of 16.
Well, this is one of the guys that you're talking about, Larry Fitzgerald, running just a dig route.
Taking a look at the Jet defense against Warner and company.
Key for them is in the middle with Chris Jenkins. He's what they missed last year with his size. Bob Sutton says he's the key to what they're doing up front. On the back end, how can Arizona take care of the young corner, Dwight Lowry, a rookie out of San Jose State?
Speaking of rookies, Tim Hightower, the 5th-round pick on the pitch into the game, trying the left side, and Hightower is brought down, maybe for no gain on the play. Good pursuit by the Jets, particularly Kenyon Coleman, and a gain of 1. Second down and 9, and open out of the backfield is Edgerrin James. James will have the first down as he gets into Jet territory to the 44-yard line, and a pickup of 16. First down on the Jet 44, and Warner gets hit again and completes the pass again, this time to Breston. And Breston picks up about 7 yards.
You know what? The dilemma for the Jet defense is this. If you've got sheer speed on the field, you can roll to it defensively and take it away. If you've got athleticism, quickness, you can bracket it. But when you've got the size that they represent with Fitzgerald and Bolden, I don't know how you really deal with that, and I'm not sure that they have the people to know how to do that.
The other factor is these guys are excellent after the catch. So you've got to tackle the catch, both Bolden and Fitzgerald.
The gain was 6, second down and 4. And Edgerrin James stopped about a yard shy of the first down as he gets to the 34-yard line. The safety Kerry Rhodes coming in to make the play. On third down and 1, a power formation with Tim Hightower, the tailback. Here's Hightower, and he'll get the first down for the Cardinals to the 33. Warner 3 for 4 for 38 yards, looking at second down and 10.
There's Bolden and Fitzgerald in the circles.
Bobbled the snap a little off the line. Warner recovers and completes the pass to Anquan Bolden. And Bolden with a first down inside the 20, picking up 24 yards.
Now the Jets decide to play coverage. They dropped 8 guys back. Here, you see Anquan Bolden just fighting through that double team. That's the strength that he has. You think, okay, most guys, you could knock him off stride there, Coach. But with his strength, you'll see him here fight through the double team. Kurt Warner a lot of time because of only a 3-man rush. And I believe that's not the way to take on this talented passing attack.
4 touchdowns and 7 possessions for the Cardinals when they were inside the 10-yard line. And on second and goal, Warner with a lot of time. And the ball knocked away from Kurt Warner, and a scramble for the loose ball, and Edgerrin James seems to have recovered, and he did for the Cardinals back on the 32, but it was Sean Ellis who came through virtually untouched and forced the fumble.
Now this has been the issue with Kurt Warner, going back to his greatest show on turf days in St. Louis. Watch where the ball's at. It's down at his side. It's away from him. And it's on tape for everybody to see. They've been working on it throughout the offseason to put 2 hands on that ball. Look how low the ball is right there. This is what has knocked Kurt Warner out of some starting lineup, ball security.
So a loss of 23 yards. It'll be third and goal from the 32. And the Jets are hoping they can move the fans, Cardinals, out of field goal range. Warner goes to Bolden, and he loses the ball, and the Jets pick it up. And the Jets picking it up. Hank Poteet, who was re-signed this week, picks up the fumble, and the Jets get it back. As the Cardinal threat fizzles.
We got a 3 and out, and we took it down offensively and drove down to however far we drove down and put ourselves in position, and then got nothing out of it. So I think that was a huge turning point, especially early in this game. I think the complexion could have been completely different if we put the ball in on that situation and take the lead early.
Coming up next on NFL Replay, Brett Favre gets the Jets off the ground and into the end zone.
Under some pressure, fires a bullet, end zone, caught!
And the New York Jets, with terrific aggressiveness defensively, force Warner to fumble twice, but the second time the Jets recover and will have their first possession from the 43-yard line. And Thomas Jones, the running back. Contry going in motion. And Brett Favre going deep. Lavernius Coles down there, and the ball is knocked away. And going for the downs on the first play, Roderick Hood and Eric Green with great coverage downfield against Coles in the second possession for New York. Second and 10 at the 43. Brad Smith going in motion. And going the opposite way to Leon Washington. And Washington gets tripped up and is stopped just shy of the 47-yard line. Antonio Smith. And there is Favre, and it's picked off Brett Favre's pass against the green, picked off by O'Keefer. And Thomas Jones making the tackle as he catches up to Chike O'Keefer. So each side has committed a turnover and a 39-yard run by the linebacker for the Cardinals, and again they're in Jet territory.
Well, everybody in Arizona said to us yesterday, you got to be careful about the backside when Brett Favre has the ball, because he will come back there and use his arm. Favre thought that the Cardinals were offside and he had a free play, and he just kind of threw it up there. And Chike O'Keefer was one of those interchangeable parts of the Arizona's defense, got a gift.
I'm not sure that Brett Favre didn't see this jump and assumed that he was going to get a defensive offsides. I'm not sure he shouldn't have gotten it. So I'm sure he's thinking in his mind right now, I got a free play, Baldy.
Yeah.
I thought it was a penalty. I thought it was a free play, and I'm not going to make excuses. How can you think and still, try to pull that off? You got to know.
So now the Cardinals have another chance. Coughed the ball up the last time. They were at first and goal at the 8. Now they have a 1st and 10 at the 16. Edgerrin James with a burst gets inside the 10. And the tackle by David Harris, one of the inside linebackers.
Fitzgerald down here with their best corner, Darrelle Revis, on.
Tim Hightower is the back on 3rd down and 2. Warner under pressure and tries to get it away. And it's an incomplete pass. So all of a sudden the pocket is broken down on Kurt Warner. That time Sean Ellis and Chris Jenkins. And a flag goes down.
Well, here's Steve Breston on the outside against the rookie. Lowry, he's taken away. Here's Fitzgerald on Revis. Inside help. Maybe he could have thrown that up top. And here's Anquan Bolden.
Intentional grounding. Quarterback also lost it down. 4th down.
So Scott Green and of course Warner just trying to get it away, threw it into actually nowhere. So 4th down coming up. Neil Rackers will attempt a 37-yard field goal. Has missed just once this year. And it's blocked. And the Cardinals want to fall on it. Loose ball at midfield. And the Jets are going to have it in great field position after the block kick. Neil Rackers' 37-yarder is blocked.
Here's Chris Jenkins right in the middle of the line. He's blocked 3 kicks in his career coming in. He takes the center. Nathan Hodel just knocks him right on his backside. Comes in clean. Maybe the kick was a little low, but Jenkins got in there and lifted the center up, and that was the result.
And the Jets on the Cardinal 49, 1st and 10, no score. And Brett Favre, who tried to go deep to Coles the first play, gives it to Thomas Jones, and Jones picking up 4 yards. Cardinals 2 trips in the red zone, no points to show for it. 2nd down and 6 for Brett Favre. Here's Jones, and the Cardinals stop him in his tracks, picking up 1 yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Favre has good protection and goes underneath and trying to prevent the 1st down. Thomas Jones driving for it, had to get to the 39-yard line, and I don't think he did. And 2 tight ends, 4th down, and the fullback in there with 1, and they give it to Thomas Jones. 1st down for the Jets. And Thomas Jones, who gained only 37 yards last week in the loss to San Diego. And the Jets keep the ball, move the chains as they get inside the 40. And an empty backfield, 4 wide receiver alignment, and Bubba Franks, the tight end, in the slot to the right. 1st down at the 38, and the pass is caught by Chris Baker, and Baker close to yet another 1st down. Minute 40 remaining in the 1st quarter, still no score, but 2nd down and 1 for the Jets. And the pass out to Jericho Cotchery, and he'll get the 1st down before he's wheeled out of bounds by the cornerback Eric Green, and a gain of 3. Favre completes the pass, and wide open is Bubba Franks, his former teammate with Green Bay, and getting close to the goal line. And Franks was wide open. And I guess with a lot of athletes, fear of failure is their great motivator.
Well, one of the great things Brett Favre does is play fake. He does so much of it. He does it so well. He over-exaggerates it. He under-exaggerates it. Just a little stab to the running back there, finding that alley in behind the linebacker level to the tight end.
And you got to believe that there's a comfort level with Bubba Franks. He only played with them for 8 years up in Green Bay.
First and goal. Favre's numbers so far through the interception, but the Jets weathered that. Thomas Jones trying to get in there, but Aaron Francisco, who was cut by the Jets in their training camp in 2005, throws Jones for a 1-yard loss. And here's Brett Favre, penalty marker down, and the pass caught for the touchdown by Bubba Franks. A penalty flag is down.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
And it'll nullify the touchdown. The holding penalty against the center, Nick Mangold.
There's Nick Mangold in the middle. He just finished the defensive tackle on his back right there. His hands were inside, but all the referee saw, the umpire that threw that flag, all he saw him was putting him on his back. About the end of the play.
Third down and goal on the 10th play of this drive. Brett Favre stepping up, throws it, touchdown! And that's Lavernius Coles in the back of the end zone to give the Jets the lead. Finally, someone has taken advantage of a miscue to score in this one.
Well, this looks a lot like the play last week. The first touchdown they had against San Diego. Offensive line doing a great job. You've got to buy your quarterback some time with protection here, because that route runner on the very end, Lavernius Coles, has to run all the way along the back of the end line.
I think the first touchdown, he was like the second or third read. I'd looked around and kind of bought some time, great protection. He comes in there, just like the one I jokingly he dropped. I mean, he was third in the read, and the guy's a playmaker.
Next on NFL Replay, the Cardinals continue to be charitable and the Jets continue to cash in.
Warner throws it right, intercepted, picked off by Revis.
22 seconds into the second quarter, Dick Stockton along with Brian Baldy and the coach, Brian Billick. And let's see how Kurt Warner and the Cardinals, with their sharp offense, respond after falling behind 7-0. They'll have a first down at the 24. Drew Coleman, number 30, is in as a nickel back for the Jets, going with 5 defensive backs on first down. Edgerrin James, and James dives forward for a couple of yards. And here's Edgerrin James, no gain on the play, brings up third down and long. Empty backfield for Kurt Warner. Not much of a pass rush by the Jets, and the pass is picked off by Darrelle Revis, and he'll walk it in for the touchdown.
Read a good play. It's something, the coaches been wanting me to do for a while. Get my first interception for a touchdown, and it happened today.
But they only rushed 2 guys here. Sean Ellis, along with Chris Jenkins. They dropped 9 guys into coverage here. Got 5 guys up there blocking 2. Now Kurt knows he's got a lot of time right here, and he just stared down the receiver on the outside, Darrelle Revis, a crafty veteran in only his second year, jumped that route. And you got to wonder what's going on inside Kurt Warner's mind early in this game right here.
Jets starting from the 17. On the screen pass, Thomas Jones has a blocker. More than one. First down. And Thomas Jones brings it out to the 36-yard line. Good block by Alan Faneca. First down at the 36. And on the end around, it's Brad Smith. And Brad Smith gets by one defender with a pretty good juke and finds himself in Cardinal territory at the 46. Antrell Roll, the free safety, missed a tackle, and Smith ends up with 18 yards.
Brian Schottenheimer's got a nice flow going to his play calling right now. He's used Brett in terms of play action, throwing outside, throwing inside, put the ball inside. Now he's got a little reverse. He's got, I think, Arizona on their heels just a little bit, wanting to figure out what's coming next.
Well, they could do a much better job of stopping Brad Smith if they would make the tackle where they should have made the tackle. This team misses a lot of open field tackles.
Jets with a first down on the Cardinal 47, and this becomes a critical defensive sequence for Arizona. Handoff to Leon Washington, off left tackle, good second effort, first down. You see the value of Leon Washington, jack of all trades. Higgins finally gets him, but not before he picks up the first down at the 34, a pickup of 13.
Well, this is a guy they clearly want to feature more in the offense because Eric Mangini loves him. Look how low he is, always going forward, and he's a guy that loves to practice. He was their team MVP a year ago and can hurt any defense or special teams in so many different ways.
And he's a great changeup to obviously to Thomas Jones, a different kind of bat, so it's a good 1-2 punch.
Jones back in there, first down at the 34. 19, 17, and 13 yards on this drive, and then here's a wide open receiver going in, Coles for his second touchdown. And an injured Cardinal back on the 29-yard line as Brett Favre has thrown his second touchdown pass to Lavernius Coles, and Eric Green is hurt. 34-yard pass, and Coles could not have been more wide open.
It's just one of them things where I know he's getting more comfortable with the offense, and he's actually giving me to go ahead and talk to him when I'm coming out of the huddle and tell him what I have. And he's allowing me to say, well, what do you think you can win on? And I'm telling him, and he's giving me the freedom to run that route, and he's trusting me to get there and make those plays.
When NFL replay returns, the Jets' avalanche of points in the second quarter continues as the Favre to Coles connection finds the end zone yet again.
The third touchdown grab in the first half.
First down at the 24, and Warner's backed up, and there's another interception. Eric Smith picks it up. So Kurt Warner, who was knocked back, flips it right into the hands of safety Eric Smith, and he brings it back 7 yards, and the Jets again threatening inside the 20.
Well, this is just a disaster for Arizona here. Now, give credit to the Jets. They've applied pressure here. You can see that the center got run right back by Chris Jenkins. Right into the lap of Warner, affected that throw, and this thing is going bad to worse.
And for a team that really has a poor record in their trips east, trying to change that today, and the Jets on the verge of extending their lead. Leon Washington, the running back, on a first down at the 19. Washington with the call, and he gets close to the 15. Travis LeBoy wraps him up.
Well, you know, Ken Wiesenhunt has something to think about now. I mean, it's you want to bail on your quarterback. You don't want to panic. But obviously, the way this is going, Kurt Warner is unsettled right now. The difficulty is if you decide to go to that change, and I don't know that this is the time to do it. I don't know that you can go back. I don't know that you're not just giving this football team to line up.
Second down and 6 from the 15. Hand off to Washington. And Washington will be a yard shy. Gets 5 yards, so Kiefer on the stop. Thomas Jones with Tony Richardson, the fullback, in front of him. And they go to Jones, and Richardson with the block and a first down, and inside the 10. First and goal coming up for the Jets. So it'll be first and goal following the penalty at the 5 for the Jets. Already in front, 21-0. Here's Leon Washington, and he is ganged up on at about the 4. A 22-yard attempt for Jay Feely. And the kick is no good as he hooked it. Flag is down, however, at the... Let's see if Feely getting up was hit.
Running into the kicker, defense half the distance to the goal, still fourth.
So it's not an automatic first down because it wasn't roughing the kicker, running into the kicker right here.
The Arizona Cardinals cannot do more things wrong in this first half than they have. I mean, Rogers Cromartie there is a rookie. That's a rookie mistake.
Eric Mangini now in the field goal attempt by Feely, a 20-yarder, and it is good. So after all is said and done, the Jets have extended their lead to 24-0. 3:27 remaining in the first half, and the quick pass on the slant, and it's caught by Ben Patrick, and the tight end getting the first down with an 11-yard pickup. First down at the 37 for the Cardinals. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Cardinals have shown very little, and again they go underneath to Terrell Smith, and Smith will find himself 4 yards short of the first down. Second down and 4. Here comes pressure. Warner didn't see it. Loses the ball. And the Jets recover. David Harris recovers for the Jets.
It was a combination of a number of things going wrong, and they seemed to happen to us all in a flurry of time in the first half, and we didn't handle it very well.
Here's Calvin Pace working one-on-one here with Levi Brown. And Kurt is looking away from it, but look where the ball is. It's down at his waist there. He almost lost his left tackle, Wayne Gandy, on the same play. This is why Arizona wants to run the ball more than they throw it, because they're worried about those things creeping back into Kurt Warner's game.
Now the Jets in business again with a first down on the Arizona 40. Favre on the screen to Washington. And picks up a couple. Third down and 11. 1:11 remaining in the first half. Jets have played almost this entire first half in Cardinal territory, it seems. Favre stepping up down the middle, and a great catch by Lavernius Coles at the 21 on a bullet throw by Brett Favre, 23 yards, and a first down at the 22. Jets with 2 timeouts remaining. They're on the Cardinal 22. First down and Favre getting some pressure. Nowhere to go, and he goes down at the 24. O'Keefer, who has an interception, now has a sack. He loses 2. Under a minute to go, second down and 12 after the second timeout. Here's Washington on the reception, and he stopped at the 21. Matt Ware on the tackle. So they get 4 yards there, and we're winding down to 40 seconds remaining, and the Jets lining up without the huddle on third down. Jets with 1 timeout remaining. 3rd and 8. Half a minute to go in the first half. It's been all Jets. Here's Favre. And it's caught by Coles as he goes out of bounds at the 5. Favorite receiver, no question about it in this half. And Leon Washington gets a word from Favre. 1st and goal, and there's a fade pattern, and Coles has it for the touchdown. First time in his career, Lavernius Coles has caught 3 TDs in the same game, and he does it in the first half.
It meant a lot for me to actually go back and give the football to a legend and say, look, thank you so much for everything you've done for me. And he was like, he was happy for me, and I was like, no, I'm happy for you, because it's great that you're here and you're giving me this chance.
Not too many times in my career someone giving me the ball. It was, I don't want to make a big deal out of it. He just said, hey, I've already had 2 today. Here's 1 for you. I'll keep it. I'll put it up in my trophy case. I'm honored.
And as great as it's been for Favre and company, how miserable a first half it has been for Kurt Warner and the Cardinals. Have to go back to the drawing board. Down 31, and the ball is tipped away from behind, and a loose ball, and the Jets have it as the clock stops with 2 seconds. And would you believe it, the Jets will have another opportunity.
He's been very good at protecting the football throughout the course of this season, and they haven't really turned many over. So that was something that I was proud of defensively, is our ability, especially in the first half, to get the turnovers that we're able to get.
We got to do a better job of protecting him. When a guy comes clean off the edge and hits him, you know, I don't know many quarterbacks that don't fumble like that.
That was the plan, to get to him, pressure him. We know if we get to him, he'll give us some plays, and you know, he did just that.
And now with 2 seconds remaining, Jay Feely can add 3 more points. I mean, this is as low as you can get for the Arizona Cardinals. An incredible mistake-filled first half. Jets take advantage of it. And here's Feely's 30-yard field goal attempt. It is good, and it's 34-0 as time expires.
So a disastrous second quarter comes to an end for the Cardinals. But next on NFL Replay, they turn things around in the third.
Give to James, up the middle, touchdown!
Time for a recap of the first 30 minutes of action. It was a record-setting performance by the Jets in the second quarter. 34 points, highlighted by Brett Favre's 3 touchdown passes to Lavernius Coles. As good as it was for Favre, it was as bad for the Cardinals, turning it over 5 times, leading to 20 points for New York. But as you're about to see, they are not throwing in the towel. Now let's head back out to the Meadowlands for the second half.
From the 21, Warner trying to find a receiver, and it's knocked away. And it was intended for Steve Breston, and it was Dwight Lowry, the rookie. And a flag is down.
Interference, defense. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
So 21 yards on the penalty, and it brings it up to the 42. Safety blitz, and Breston on the reception will have a first down into Jet territory, picking up 11. Second down and 10. Warner has time, and it's caught by Fitzgerald. And Larry Fitzgerald steps out of bounds. Flag comes down from upfield. It would appear to be a first down. And then the flag came in. And Drew Coleman, the nickelback, defending.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 30, defense. 15 yards from the end of the play. First down.
So we've already had a pass interference penalty and a personal foul against the Jets in this series. Warner on the out, Breston, and Breston gets hit hard but holds onto it, and it's Dwight Lowry providing the hit. 9-yard pickup to about the 11.5-yard line.
Now, New York's definitely gotten passive here. There's no question about that. And there's some legitimacy for that. Obviously, you don't want to give up the big play, but they've little played you all the way down the field. At some point, they might want to get back into that aggressive package they've been running in the first half.
Second down and 1. They'll give it to Edgerrin James inside the 10, inside the 5, and first and goal coming up. They spread out the Jets defense. And they hand off to James, who goes in for the touchdown. So a nifty drive with Breston catching 4 passes and James running the last 2 plays, including this 4-yard touchdown, and Arizona finally scores.
Well, the Jets only have one guy with their hand on the ground, and it's their backup nose tackle, C.J. Mosley. This was the easiest touchdown run that Edgerrin James could imagine.
And the Cardinals scoring on their first possession. 3 and out for the Jets, who now are playing with 6 defensive backs, the dime. Drew Coleman and David Barrett are the extra backs. First down at the 24 for Kurt Warner. Pressure up the middle, and Warner completes the pass to Fitzgerald, and out of bounds, and a first down, getting 17. This crowd is complacent right now, Baldy. And another completion. That's Anquan Bolden, and he goes down, but he gets 6.5 yards on first down. Second down and 3. And there's the pass out of the backfield to Edgerrin James. First down into Jet territory at the 41-yard line, so they hunt and peck their way 9 yards on the last play. Second and 10 from the 41. Pressure quickly, and it's picked up for the moment. Gets rid of it to Jeremy Urban, and Urban scoots to the outside and gets the first down before going out of bounds at the 30. An ad lib 11-yard pickup for the Cardinals. Crowd still passive. First down at the 30. And Warner, they go after the ball, notice. He holds onto it, and down he goes. Brian Thomas went after the ball, and Kurt Warner held on. He's had enough trouble today doing that.
Well, it's all out there. I mean, they know that Kurt Warner has a tendency to carry the ball low and carry it with one hand. And that's exactly where Brian Thomas goes here. Kurt brings that ball back. It's no security there. Ball's just hanging out. Somehow he didn't get that ball out because in the second quarter, it was out every time.
Fourth sack of the game. They lose 7. Cardinals 2nd and 16. Getting backed up here. And the pass caught by Urban. And Urban inside the 30-yard line. Still about 8 yards shy of the first down. Warner, 37 years old. Favre will turn 39 next month. The two ageless ones. And Warner stepping up and firing. And it's knocked away by Kerry Rhodes. And it was intended for Larry Fitzgerald. And the Jets very closely with a chance for another interception.
This ball was in the air a long time. And Dwight Lowry, who's done a good job here today, passes Fitzgerald off to the safety, Kerry Rhodes. And Rhodes makes a great break on the ball.
And with 4th down and 8, and you're trailing by a score of 34-7, Cardinals have to go and try to get the first down. They've got to get it inside the 20.
Yeah, with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, this is a big enough hill to climb. You've got to try to take a shot at coming away with a touchdown here and not just settle for a field goal.
And Warner stepping up, and his pass caught, and the extra effort. First down, Larry Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald had the linebacker on his back. And a first down for the Cardinals. They get 10 yards.
Well, it's just a great effort all the way around. Kurt Warner against the 4-man rush, slipping the traffic, and now here's Fitzgerald. Here's the strength of what he has.
It was Poteet.
Yeah, he and Anquan Boland, that sheer size and physicality is what they make their money on.
So they make it on 4th and 8. Can they make it into the end zone? This pass caught by Urban and out of bounds after picking up close to 8 yards on first down.
And a diamond look over here. 4 receivers all bunched up. Now Edge comes over to help in protection.
He has time. The pass caught inside the 5 by Steve Breston. He caught 4 passes in that last series, catches one big one for 15 yards. First and goal at about the 2.
Well, here's Breston. He's going to come across. It's what you call the bunch formation. One of the few times today that they've actually run that formation. You can see nobody in the middle of the field. The bunch formation does is you hope exactly that happens, that 2 guys go with one and nobody goes with the other one. That's what happened. There was a breakdown.
First and goal at the 2. Edgerrin James on the handoff gets his 2nd touchdown here in the third quarter. So the Cardinals silence the crowd even more, if that's possible, scoring on their first 2 possessions, stopping the Jets 3 and out. And now it's 34-13, point after coming up.
Yeah, maybe just a 2-point after here. I mean, just try to get as many points every time you can. Maybe the way. They're down 20-21 right now.
Obvious, Coach?
Yeah, because you've got the 3 scores. You're safe at the 21-point differential. If you can now turn it into a 20-point differential, that makes a big difference, possibly later in the game. Sounds a little far-fetched at this point, but the way Arizona's gone up and down this field in the first 2 series, not as far-fetched as it sounds.
So here's the 2-point conversion. It's 21-point deficit right now. Could be 19. They give it to Edgerrin James, who goes in for the 2.
2 quick scores have given the Cardinals some hope. And when NFL replay returns, they continue to put pressure on the Jets.
Neil Racker's getting set to kick off to Leon Washington.
Well, they're showing an onside look here, Dick. Now, they got out of it on the last kickoff and went back to a traditional. They're going to keep the Jets guessing here as long as they can.
Ooh. And they try the onside kick, and it's recovered. The Cardinals had it first. Now a loose ball. And let's see. You know, you got to wonder whether you may go for it a little too early. 34-15.
Well, this is a classic. This thing could change possession 2 and 3 times just in the time it takes.
Cardinals get it.
Unwind them. How about that?
How about that?
It looked like The Cardinals had it. He gave the ball up. It looked like the Jets had control of it. But between then and the officials getting in there and sorting it out, the Cardinals got their hands on it.
It was actually a great call because the way that they deployed everybody, they had 3 Cardinals going for the ball and 3 Jet players there. And they got the bounce. That was the key. They got the bounce up here. See, 3 Cardinals, 3 Jets.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie ended up pulling the ball in. And the reaction of Neil Racker, so Kurt Warner back on the field with the Cardinal offense on the 41-yard line. Tell you, that was not a surprise play at all because they lined up for that.
And Cromartie is a guy that has played offense, the #1 pick.
Warner on first down, no pressure, and he dumps it off to Tim Hightower. And Hightower is buried at the 50 after a 5-yard gain by David Harris. Fitzgerald with the grab and the first down to the 39.
You know, at this point, I understand what Coach Mangini and Coach Sutton are doing. You got to constantly teach, but at some point, the best teaching method is to take that 2x4, put it to the forehead of the mule and say, look, we're not getting it done. Someone's got to get riled up here, and I appreciate the teaching approach they're taking. Someone needs to get upset.
Cowboy, cowboy, cowboy.
Warner up the middle, and Larry Fitzgerald makes the catch and inside the 15. Another big gain, 32 yards. Fitzgerald with 6 catches for 96 yards. Steve Breston has 5. Golden with 4. And on first down, this pass is to Breston, diving in and gets close to the goal line, less than about a yard away. David Harris prevents the touchdown, and it'll be first and goal at the 1, and the Cardinals ready to go in again.
Well, should they punch it in, they should be looking at that. They've already committed to it, that 2-point conversion that will now take them inside of the proper score differential to not have to go for it late in the game.
And this time they're going to throw to Fitzgerald. Wasn't looking. Rivas was covering. James is on the sidelines. He has scored the 2 Cardinal touchdowns plus the 2-point conversion here in this 3rd quarter. But it's Hightower now, 3rd and goal at the 1. Crowd getting back into it. As Baldy indicated, here's Hightower, touchdown. Tim Hightower with the touchdown, his 3rd TD of the season from 1 yard out. And all of a sudden, and we still have almost 3 minutes to go in the 3rd, it's 34-21, and they'll go for 2.
Yeah, they got a 13-point differential right now. So if they can go for the 2, that's going to take them inside that 12-point difference. Now, you're still going to, the 2 touchdowns, obviously, to take the lead, but you leave yourself the option, and we've got a full quarter and 2 minutes to play to get a touchdown and 2 field goals. So this is clearly the right thing to do.
What we have here is we have a ball game, and the Jets have allowed Arizona here in the first 12.5 minutes of this quarter to get back in.
Edger and James back in. Hightower scored the touchdown. And the pass, and it's tipped away, and that was Kenyon Coleman.
So the never say die attitude has gotten the Cardinals back into the game. Next on NFL Replay, Brett Favre and the Jets offense finally answer the bell in the 4th quarter.
Looks right, throws, end zone, caught, wide open, touchdown.
They run the ball to Thomas Jones, and Jones picks up 3.5 yards on first down. 2nd down coming up for the Jets. They need 6 for the first down.
Come on, come on, come on.
Fake the handoff, and the pass caught by Chancey Stuckey. And Stuckey gets the first down. Knocked back, but his forward motion brings him to the 32 and a pick of 7. And on the slant, Lavernius Coles reverses his direction, ridden out of bounds, but picks up about 7 yards. Antrell Roll, the free safety, making the play on Coles, who has caught 3 touchdowns today, all in the second quarter. Getting close to 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Hand off to Jones. First down. Thomas Jones to the 42. First down, Jets. Keep it on the ground to Jones. Thomas Jones gets into Cardinal territory. So they're running on Arizona. Second down and 1 for the Jets on the Arizona 49. Pass is caught by Stuckey, and a flag is down, and a first down pending the call to the 43. And let's see if it's against New York.
Illegal hands to the face, defense. It's a 5-yard penalty that is declined. They gained 5 yards on the play. First down.
Favre's pass caught by Lavernius Coles, and a first down to the 25. Drilling it in on the slant, 14 yards, and the Jets move it.
Yeah, Brett Favre took another shot to that ankle, and again, not serious, but just that little bit of a tweak is going to affect him. Here he's going back to his guy for the day, Lavernius Coles. Right now, that's the go-to guy for him, and Brett knows where to go to.
Second and 10 on the Cardinal 25. Fake the handoff and the throw, and there's a deep pass, and incomplete. And Jericho Cotchery, who's been the quiet receiver for the day, and a flag is down. And will this be a third penalty against the Cardinals on defense?
Illegal contact. Defense, number 21. 5-yard penalty. Second automatic first down.
Antrell Roll shooting themselves in the foot defensively again, as they did last week. Thomas Jones for a couple. Second down and 7 from the 17. Pump fake. Favre. Wide open. Touchdown. Cotchery. Well, he's in the mix now. 17 yards. Favre with his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
I tell you the thing you liked about that, it's been Lavernius Coles, Lavernius Coles, Lavernius Coles, and now Brett Favre knows when to come back to the other guy. Haven't heard from him all day long. That's, you know, we're looking, is the light coming on? Is this the sign that they've truly come together as a team? Are they Brett Favre's team now? Is this his identity? So far, so good.
It was really a double post concept, and it was Dustin who was clearing down the middle. It was really pick a side based on coverage. They gave me actually a coverage, and I looked at the picture. LC's wide open on the backside. He ran a great route, kind of an in and out. And was wide open, but I don't know if they get more open than Jericho.
Coming up next on NFL Replay, both quarterbacks continue to trade punches as the points continue to pile up.
Throws a bomb over the middle into the end zone. Touch.
And now the Cardinals try to strike back. They're on their 38-yard line, first down. Kurt Warner, 24 of 36. 273 yards, 2 interceptions, and they've hurt. And the catch made by Urban, and Urban gets the first down to the 49-yard line. First down on the 49. Good pickup on the blitz, and the pass caught by Preston, and the extra effort may get him the first down. And the slant caught by Fitzgerald may have yet another first down. It'll be close. Revis defending on the play. And the Jets playing 2 down linemen in Bowens and Ellis right now against Warner. And Warner has Bolden. Flag goes down from upfield. And Anquan Bolden making the catch at the 15-yard line, hit by Kerry Rhodes. And we'll see what the penalty is after the 16-yard gain.
Holding Defense, number 24. Penalty is declined. First down.
They decline the penalty on Rivas. Take the yardage. First down at the 15. Kurt Warner's pass is caught by Bolden, going out of bounds, getting about 7.5 yards on that play.
Well, they've been putting Fitzgerald and Bolden on the same side a lot. Typically, you might spread them out, isolate the guys you want on either side, play a pick-em game. But by putting together, they're looking at matchups and running route combinations together that gives the quarterback a chance to typically read a high-low read.
Now they got them on opposite sides on this play.
Second down and 3, and the quick out to Anquan Bolden. Touchdown. Bolden gets in, and a good play and a good point out by Ubaldi with Bolden on the outside. One man to beat, goes in for the score, and they scored in a hurry.
They adjusted some things, I guess, at halftime. Was figuring out what we were doing. One thing that we can do and we can control is we just got to keep on playing the schemes and play it out. And we got to dig deep in those times.
Oliver Celestine with the face mask penalty. And here is Thomas Jones trying to get outside. And he is dragged down. Good defensive play by Brian Robinson. And a loss of a couple of yards. Second down and 13 on the Jet 48. Favre, Leon Washington breaks one tackle and tiptoes his way down the sideline, pushed out by Eric Green. Could have been a loss on the play. Instead, the Jets get 5. Third down and 8. Cardinals' problems with missed tackles continues in this game. From the 47, and the pass to Cotchery, trying to drive forward, brought down, close to the first down, but he appears to be short. Aaron Francisco, who started at strong safety for the injured Adrian Wilson with a big tackle. It'll be iffy here. 4th and a yard at the most.
I think that you pooch this ball, put it deep into the Arizona Cardinal territory, and make them go a long distance.
I endorse if it works. If it does not with Baldy, make them go the length of the field given this amount of time.
Both go down 4th down and 1. And they're going to run it. And no, they're going to pass it wide open, and a touchdown to Cotchery. Jericho Cotchery, what a great play on a great fake to Jones. If they had handed off, he would have had the first down. 40 yards for the score.
I thought that the play that we had was, I liked the play a lot, and felt like they would be playing in there tight for the run, and with good hard sell play action, we'd have a real opportunity to hit it deep.
The fact that it was 4th and 1, they can only play one of two ways. They can play defend, or they can play attack. And they attacked, and so did we.
You know, whenever you get into a situation like that, when you're down and you're working hard, you've clawed your way back into it after digging yourself a big hole, it's a shame, because if we could have stopped in there, I really would have liked to have seen what had happened from that point.
Next on NFL Replay, Brett Favre finishes off his record-setting performance.
Fires one deep left side, looking for the end zone. Got it. Touchdown.
First down on the 34. Kurt Warner going to Edgerrin James underneath. And he has hit at the 37, picking up nearly 5.
Yeah, and the Jets are in a situation now where obviously the passive nature of their defense, given the time, there's a lot to be gained here. They have not looked good in the second half of this game, and plenty of opportunity for Eric Mangini to do a lot of teaching come Monday. But right now, they got to finish out this game and show that they can do that.
Second down and 6. Again underneath to James, and he is hit and buried at the 40 by Calvin Pace.
Interesting, we talked with Brian Schottenheimer about Brett Favre, and when he got dropped into his lap, how excited he was looking at the cut-ups of how Brett played last year. Brett, though, his first choice was, give me to Minnesota, get me to Chicago, get me anywhere where I can go beat the Green Bay Packers up. He wanted to go get revenge against them, but more than happy to be here and playing right now.
Third down and 3 for Kurt Warner, and the first down catch made by Steve Breston. as we wind down to 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Cardinals and Jets, for historians, haven't played that much, only 6 times ever. And the Jets haven't lost to the Cardinals since 1975. That's a 33-year span that they've played 4 games. And it looks like the beat goes on for the Jets. Sideline pass is caught by Preston, breaks a tackle, and still going, and finally out of bounds. This is James on the reception. Warner into the end zone, and it's caught by Jeremy Urban for the touchdown. Well, the Cardinals went 2 minutes to score their last touchdown, and this is a 14-yard strike to Urban. And with 4:49 to go, we're back again to a possible 2-score situation.
Well, you're going to see Urban is going to take this ball just down the seam. Kurt throws this ball with anticipation, a little pitch move to the outside, and that hole opened wide open, and that should not happen against that coverage.
Another 3-man rush. You know, deciding to go for coverage rather than pressure on the quarterback.
And again, looming is the onside kick situation with 4:49 to go. Well, you know, you said it, Coach. Eric Mangini has seen his team outplayed in the second half, and even though he has the 19-point lead, not 13-point lead, not pleased at all.
And he'll do something about it on Monday, I promise you, because it does provide you that opportunity to make that point to your team. We're not going to win a lot of games if we do this.
Kick has to go 10 yards, and the Cardinals have it. And it was Ralph Brown. Flag goes down. Brown recovered the onside kick.
This is a tough call for the officials. Did he go 10 yards? Look, Ralph Brown is on the outside there. Now he landed over the 40. He took off before
illegally
the 40.
touching the ball prior to going 10 yards. Inside of 5 minutes, the ball can be placed at the spot of the illegal touch. First down.
They can review this, but I think you'd have to have just the right angle. That one shows the ball behind the line. It's where the ball is when you contact it. I think in that instance, based on that view, they've got a legitimate call here.
Brett Favre handing off to Thomas Jones. And Jones gets about 4 yards. Second down and 7. Wayne Hunter, number 78, lines up as an eligible receiver as a tight end on the right side. The handoff is to Jones. Good cutting up the middle. And Jones appears to have a first down to the 29-yard line. First down on the 28. And Thomas Jones up the middle, picks up a couple. Under 4 minutes remaining. Jones off left tackle, stumbles and gets a few. Third down and 5. Favre goes down. Here is Jay Feely with a 44-yard field goal attempt. And the kick no good. Cardinals taking over on the 35, first down. Warner loses the ball. Jets get it back. And Calvin Pace was right there to pick it up. And that is the 6th turnover committed by the Cardinals.
So with 5 touchdowns already, Brett Favre has a chance to tie the franchise record set by Joe Namath. Flashback to September 24th, 1972. Namath threw a career-high 496 yards and 6 touchdowns to 3 different receivers against the Baltimore Colts. Broadway Joe and Johnny Unitas combined for 872 passing yards in the Jets' 44-34 win. Now let's rejoin the action at the Meadowlands.
Flag is down. Thomas Jones tackled after picking up 4.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 16 covered the tight end. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
3rd down and 7 for the Jets. Thomas Jones gets a couple. It'll be 4th down and 5. Cotchery went in motion. And Favre's pass wide open. Touchdown for the rookie tight end, Dustin Keller. Boy, a lot of these have been so easy, Baldy.
Well, he got a little motion, which said they're going to be a man-to-man. That's why he put Jericho Cotchery in motion. Once Brett saw man-to-man, he said, you know what, we've gotten the ball to our receivers. How about it to a tight end?
And 6 touchdown passes for Brett Favre, and a career high for him, coming off a game in which he struggled in San Diego, hurt his ankle, and what a response on a short week.
Joe Namath, it goes without saying how great he was, not only for the league but for this organization, and just goes to show you how hard it is to do certain things. It's been that long since it was done. That's not a bad one to be ranked up there with.
The way that, you know, between fast strikes and the onside kicks, the way that those things are going, I just made the decision there to make it a 3-touchdown game in order to tie as opposed to win, and really felt like they were doing a good job moving the ball, and made that decision to make it that score.
54-35, and Washington, close to the goal line, makes it in for the 2-point conversion. And the Jets lead 56-35.
So yet another record for Brett Favre. But when NFL replay returns, the wild shootout ends on a scary moment for Anquan Boldin.
1st down on the 20. Big win in the interconference game for the Jets today. Pass caught by Anquan Boldin, and down he goes at the 46. Wearing the original AFL uniforms of the Titans, blue and gold. And coming up with a strong performance today. Here's Boldin with the reception. 1st down for Boldin, and he goes out of bounds. Boldin with a 13-yard gain in the 1st down. What does this do to the Cardinals in the NFC West, where they thought they would have a chance against the likes of Seattle?
Well, it's a competitive conference, which is good. A competitive division. But I'm more worried about the emotional state of this team right now and where they go forward in terms of what they've been in the past.
Well, let's see if he was over and had possession. No, incomplete. Kerry Rhodes breaks it up, and Boldin shaken up on the play. That's not good.
Well, you don't want to see this late. You don't ever see this, but late in the game, in this circumstances, this is a coach's worst nightmare right now.
And Anquan told us yesterday that Kurt's so good about throwing the ball where he doesn't take these kind of shots, but this is hard to avoid here. Ooh, that's helmet to helmet by Eric Smith. That should have been flagged right there.
Yeah, that's going to bring about a fine, but which obviously is secondary here because he paid a price. And that's exactly why the head-to-head, not only for the receiver, but why the rules are in place.
He wanted to get up. He asked me to let him get up. And I think what was important to him was that what was important at the time was that he let the doctors and the medical staff do their procedure. And that was to make sure that there was no damage or injury that we couldn't see on the field. So that was what our conversation was. And he, after we talked a little bit, he said, okay.
I don't think there was any intention to hurt anybody, but, you know, it's one of those bang-bang plays, a tight play. Especially hate to see it happen late in the game when the game's pretty much decided at that point.
Did I think it was a clean hit? I think it's one of the hits that falls under the category of being dangerous to players, so I'm sure that it'll be looked at by the league.
Well, they're not going to take the knee, and the pass is caught by Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald gets inside the 10-yard line, and that should be the last play of the game. And we'll find out in the late game the condition of Anquan Bolden, who was taken off on a stretcher, put in an ambulance, and the interception by Darrelle Revis, his second of the game, returned the first for a touchdown. Time runs out. The game is over, and the New York Jets have beaten the Arizona Cardinals 56-35.
Proud of this team, the way we battled today, especially after last week, and the way we started today. The way I started today. Did I think we would score that many or that way, 6 TDs? You know, I think it shows the potential that this team has. I don't think it's any reason to go out and start buying playoff and Super Bowl tickets. I think it's one game. It's a great start.
The Windy City was the scene